Guillermo del Toro, the visionary filmmaker known for his unique and often terrifying contributions to the world of cinema, has expressed admiration for James Gunn's recent take on Superman, offering praise that resonates significantly given Del Toro's mastery of dark and fantastical storytelling. In a recent appearance on the Happy Sad Confused podcast, Del Toro shared his perspective on Gunn's interpretation of the iconic superhero, emphasizing the emotional depth and moral integrity embedded within the film. "I really enjoy the way James Gunn is viewing the universe. When I saw Superman, you feel the healing power of goodness from someone that believes in it," Del Toro remarked. Coming from a director whose films often explore the shadows of human experience, this acknowledgement speaks volumes about the resonance of Gunn's vision and the impact of presenting Superman as a beacon of hope and moral fortitude. Del Toro's praise aligns with what many critics have echoed regarding Gunn's film. One of the most notable aspects of this version of Superman is the character's journey of self-discovery on Earth, which is depicted with emotional nuance and philosophical depth. Unlike portrayals that might lean heavily on spectacle or physical heroism, Gunn's Superman is defined by the choices he makes and the values he upholds. This focus on ethical decision-making underscores the central theme of goodness as an active pursuit rather than an inherent trait. The film repeatedly emphasizes that morality is not simply a given. It is cultivated through action, reflection, and conscious choice. In doing so, Gunn's approach makes Superman relatable, grounded, and profoundly human, despite his superhuman abilities. The film vividly illustrates this principle through pivotal interactions between Clark Kent and his adoptive father, Jonathan Kent. In one memorable scene, Jonathan tells Clark, "Your choices, Clark. Your actions, that's what makes you who you are." This statement encapsulates the heart of Gunn's vision. Superman's identity is not defined by his powers, his heritage, or even the expectations of society, but by the deliberate moral choices he makes every day. The movie's narrative reinforces the idea that even someone with godlike abilities must grapple with the complexities of morality, responsibility, and personal integrity. By centering the story on these themes, Gunn transforms Superman into more than a symbol of strength. He becomes a mirror through which audiences can examine their own lives and the consequences of their decisions. This theme of choice is further reinforced during a confrontation between Superman and Lex Luthor. When Luthor derides Superman as an alien, attempting to alienate him and undermine his moral authority, Superman responds with a declaration that humanizes him in a profound way. "I am as human as anyone. I love, I get scared," he asserts. This line captures the duality that Gunn seeks to portray. Superman possesses extraordinary powers, yet he experiences emotions, fears, and vulnerabilities just as any human does. By acknowledging his own fears and imperfections, Superman demonstrates that heroism is not the absence of struggle but the conscious decision to act despite uncertainty and vulnerability. It is a lesson in courage, empathy, and resilience that resonates across generations and provides audiences with a more intimate connection to the character. Superman continues this philosophical exploration by describing the everyday challenges of living ethically in a complicated world. "I wake up every morning and despite not knowing what to do, I put one foot in front of the other, and I try to make the best choices that I can. I screw up all the time, but that is being human, and that's my greatest strength." This candid reflection emphasizes the realism embedded in Gunn's storytelling. By acknowledging Superman's mistakes and moments of doubt, the film underscores that true strength lies not in perfection but in perseverance and integrity. These humanizing qualities elevate the character beyond the traditional archetype of invincible superheroes and position him as a moral exemplar for audiences, emphasizing that even those with great power are accountable for their actions and capable of growth. The film's reception reflects this nuanced portrayal of Superman. Released in July, it received widespread acclaim, earning an 83% rating on Rotten Tomatoes and grossing over $616 million worldwide. Critics and audiences alike praised the film for its balance of spectacle and substance, noting that Gunn's careful attention to character development and moral complexity sets it apart from many other superhero films. The movie's financial and critical success demonstrates that there is a significant appetite for superhero narratives that prioritize ethical depth and emotional resonance as much as thrilling action sequences. It also validates Gunn's creative choices, affirming that audiences are receptive to stories that challenge traditional notions of heroism and explore the psychological and philosophical dimensions of iconic characters. The success of Gunn's Superman has also paved the way for future projects within the franchise. James Gunn has revealed that a follow-up film, titled Man of Tomorrow, is currently in development and is scheduled to arrive in cinemas on July 9, 2027. While details about the sequel remain limited, the announcement has generated considerable anticipation among fans and industry observers. Given Gunn's demonstrated ability to balance character-driven storytelling with epic superhero action, expectations are high that Man of Tomorrow will continue to explore themes of morality, responsibility, and human vulnerability while expanding the cinematic universe he has begun to shape. This continuation promises to deepen the audience's understanding of Superman as a character and to further explore the philosophical questions raised in the first film. Beyond the narrative and thematic achievements, Gunn's approach to Superman also reflects a broader trend in contemporary superhero filmmaking. Increasingly, audiences are seeking stories that offer more than escapism, demanding that characters possess psychological depth and moral complexity. By presenting Superman as a character who must navigate the challenges of ethical decision-making, fear, and human emotion, Gunn addresses this cultural desire for more relatable and intellectually engaging storytelling. This approach not only elevates the character but also reinforces the relevance of superhero narratives as vehicles for exploring fundamental human values, ethical dilemmas, and the consequences of our choices in a complex world. Guillermo del Toro's admiration for Gunn's work is particularly noteworthy because of del Toro's own cinematic sensibilities. Known for crafting films that explore the macabre, the fantastical, and the morally ambiguous, del Toro has long been celebrated for his ability to convey deep emotional truths within imaginative settings. His praise of Superman as a film that communicates the healing power of goodness highlights the effectiveness of Gunn's moral vision, suggesting that the film transcends the typical superhero template by imbuing the narrative with hope, empathy, and ethical reflection. Del Toro's recognition of this aspect underscores the importance of narrative intent in superhero cinema, showing that even filmmakers who specialize in darker material can appreciate stories that emphasize virtue, compassion, and moral courage.